After a long day of chores, Wendy, John and Michael had a long day in cleaning up their mother's house, while she was off trying to make a living. As a threesome, they couldn't help themselves in their horsing around and playing with their mischievous habits. They made more messes than they cleaned. What was the point? Yet exhaustion had gotten the better of them. As the night wore on, no one would notice, and off into their slumbers they slept. They drifted off into the misty. Then about 0:30, they are surprised by the arrival of this Peter Pan and the fairy Tinkerbell at the window. It was dusk with a full moon ablaze that lit up everything in the room. Yet Peter stood there at the window and is perplexed, as he seemed to have lost his shadow. He was so upset. How did I lose my shadow? How can that be? As he left on his adventures this evening, he assumed that Tinkerbell, who is always up to games, has played another trick on him. Tinkerbell is born from the first laugh of a baby. The first one ever to tickle your stomach. Your first sunrise. Your first peanut butter and jelly sandwich. A frog leaping for joy. Like the endless follies of the summer day. Or breaking an eerie silence in a crowded room. Tink glows yellow so she can't hide very well. Like ever. She is brought in by the winds to Pixie Hollow, and the Queen welcomes her. Her talent is to be one of the Tinkers, the working fairies who make and fix broken things for others. Tinker this, tinker that. You know the kind of people who have more patience than tomorrow, when the rest of us have lost our minds and given up. But how does one lose their shadow? Where the light should always be. Tinker was not buying that. It was not me, she exclaimed to Peter. But by you going very high and very fast, you outran it. Sometimes we can't follow up. Sometimes we are just too fast for our own good. Sometimes we have to slow down for the rest of us. It makes up for the fact that she is light as a feather and can be blown around with the slightest winds, tossed with the currents if we aren't careful. Startled? Why are you here? Asks Wendy. Why are you floating in my window? Are you lost looking to be found? Have you lost your mum and need a new home? Don't you have other people to bother in the middle of the night? Said Wendy. Yet things could have been worse, she thought. They did, after all, look very cute. I like their little green jumpers, and they were all the right ages. And they did seem rather light-hearted and glib. I don't have a lot going on here to where I couldn't use a new friend that comes along with a built-in nightlight. We are the home to the lost people, ones who have lost their way, or who feel they have no home other than the one they were given. Many need a place they can call home and holler out loud, eat desserts all day, play silly, play make-believe and use our imaginations to make things up out of nothing, like Why Not Day. On Why Not Day, we can be whomever we want. No one can say no to us. It is all ours while we make make-believe castles, princesses with slippers that don't fall off, and a leader of great character who helps others. And no one will be the wiser. We all need a safe place that we can dream and become. We are a proud band of gypsies who love making something out of nothing that is because. Because is a way of letting nothing stand in your way. Because you are. Together we're so powerful, learning from one another. Mostly because we are small and shy, but it's all inside there waiting for it to come out and be. What if we could fly? Like really? up into the skies? What if we could lose our shadows and people couldn't trace us? Hi, I'm Peter Pan and this is Tinker Bell, and we love to play, to fly around at night, and never grow up, if at all possible, like the broken hands of a clock. That's why it's called NeverLand. Well, that sounds delightful, thought Wendy, John and Michael. We also like to shoot at shooting stars and see if we can hit them, or ride on them if we need to tag on. Pouring cream from the moon into making our egg creams, chasing after rockets to see if they can keep up. And best of all, making tall, tall tales that no one would ever believe. To believe in the make-believe isn't too much. I was only 8 when I'd had enough. That's because we all live in NeverLand. It's where children never grow up and become miserable adults. We are not responsible or take direction very well. Most of all, we like to play on other people's time. It is our imaginations that are so powerful, but most people on Earth would think that we are daft. Crazy. While we are inventing things, they are miserable at gossiping and lies. It's a sad thing when they can only look at others and judge so harshly. Meanwhile, we are great at making things fast. Who wants to go to the moon tonight? The weather is just lovely on this summer night. The fireflies will light the way and Tinker Bell will lead us all. We learned that we can do anything in our dreams if we allow it. Many times our dreams are the only place we can live decent lives. That in the adult world, things can be quite harsh. But there is this Captain Hook was part of the Imperial Death Fleet. He wore black and liked to terrorize little boys and girls who were lazy. He had a stunning fleet of cruisers and drones that would do whatever he said. They could warp speed faster than you know who. Captain Hook was always getting in the way, taking the poof out of dreams. He wants to stop children from dreaming silly things like the impossible. He wants you all to grow up and be miserable. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to take a test. I don't want to learn algebra.